what better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between these road warriors and the home team. On the away sideline, look at the Blues head coach. These guys played good football the last month plus. They are 4-2 in their last 6. And across the field, the Dreadnoughts and their head coach. Their guys coming off some extended travel because of that international series game, so not as much time to prep for this one. From the booth alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and we're just about set to get this one started. And we're underway from Canton. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
You know what I like, Kate? I like that even though he got burned a couple times last week, had the interceptions, he didn't let that throw him off his game or make him gun-shy to keep pushing the ball down the field. And look what that mindset got him as a result. 3 touchdowns, and much more importantly, a win.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page. You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
And it'll come to an end as they touch him down. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. We'll take a pause now. We saw him get blasted at the end of that run, and he's in some distress following the play. Team personnel heading out to help him. First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. Escapes the defender. No one's around him, he's got space. Keeps it moving. He does it, touchdown! The Blues don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Now the PAT try coming up. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Blues will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Dreadnoughts, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. On return, here comes Davis. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Dreadnoughts and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's kept up the pace all season long, to the point, look, he's in the top 5 across the NFL in passing. New set of downs for him from the 31. They'll throw it here on first. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. He picks up 15 on the play. And they're going to have a first down now.
First down. First and 10 at the
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Carter here from the gun. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Ready, let's go.
To the air now on first and 10. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one doesn't go far. Second down now, they need 7.
3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw now. As his target, that's Savion Williams. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. The early returns on the stat sheet have been good so far, partner. He's off to the exact kind of start they were hoping he'd have.
Yeah, you can just feel the rhythm, the timing, the tempo. And that ball is zipping all over the field.
Bronco 80.
Shotgun handoff to Carter. And he found some running room for a nice gain. An 8-yard pickup, and now it's second and goal.
Give some credit to this offense. They almost got it done on just one play running the ball in. I got to be honest, the first down run often leads to second down pass, but I don't think so now. Now you push that pile, go finish this drive.
Pushing for the end zone, and it lost the football. It's not loose. And he's in for the touchdown. The Dreadnoughts picked up the fumble and ran it home. That right there was impressive, Brock. Even with the fumble, absolutely no panic on his part. Finding that football, keeping the play going, and taking it in for 6.
I am just hearing my old offensive coordinator, Tom Moore, say, whoever plays the hardest the longest wins. And that's what you got to do. You got to play harder, you got to play longer than your opponent, and when you get an opportunity, go seize it.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dreadnoughts tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Sims now on the return. Jukes away from one. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Their offense headed back out for its second drive of the contest. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. All set to go now from the 35. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up 2nd down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Opening carry of the game for Kimani Vidal. The defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get an even 10 on that play. And that means 1st down.
And the St. Louis 1st down.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
19-18. Ready.
Up the middle, Vidal. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
This is Allen on 2nd. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's going to bring up 1st down.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass in that RPO scheme offensively. Feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 2nd down. They send a receiver in motion right. Vidal trying this up the gut. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that 2nd down run.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
He has the first over the middle. And they're going to be set up just a few yards from pay dirt here. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
From the red zone on 1st. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Blues break the tie here in the 1st. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Blues take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st.
Red Knot 7.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. That outruns their offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Running right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
At the 47-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Still anybody's game here in the early goings. More from this one right after this.
Okay,
we're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They're looking at 1st down here.
Ready.
Now an inside give to Carter. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Go.
2nd and 10, here's a pass. Setting up the screen. Into the secondary past the 40. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that gives him the first.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Get it. Ready, ready.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Savion Williams, the intended target. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready.
Trying to throw this from the gun. The left side, cut by Davis. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now.
Let's go now. Panther 50.
Back to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
In his 11th year, still knocking him through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Vidal. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good for a St. Louis 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Now here he goes on the boot. And that's going to fall incomplete. They wanted to get it right back to him after that run, but no luck on that throw. No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Vidal on the give. And he gets a nice chunk. Looks like about 5. It's going to be 3rd down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back. Just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
70, tempo.
From the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Running with Vidal out of the gun. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
3rd and 13.
Ready. Cougar 19.
3rd and long for him here. He steps in and makes the interception. And the Dreadnoughts will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
The offense headed back to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled for a short gain. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
They're going play action. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Hold it ready.
1st down now, ball at the 33.
Let's go now.
On the give, it's Carter. Has some daylight through the 40. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
At the 49-yard line.
Throwing now off the play action. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Completed over the middle. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Throwing now on 1st down. He's got it near the 8. He has the touchdown. The Dreadnoughts get some late points and the lead. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. And he's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dreadnoughts push their lead to 3.
Dreadnoughts 17, Blues 14.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Fielded at the 7. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. Here comes their offense out again. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Finds him over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll throw. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 3rd and short.
I don't mind that play-action shot at all, Kate, especially in this circumstance. The only problem is I think that defensive coordinator was thinking the way the offensive coordinator was, as they defended that pretty darn well.
Ooh, they're on him quick. He's not going to get the yard they need, Brock. He only gets back to the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Blues out to get a boot into this one. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Dreadnoughts headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the long back on the handoff. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
Looking right, and he finds it. They stop him at the 39, no first yet, but they've got 3rd and very short coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Blues get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
He'll take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a 1st down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Hits him on the end route. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
A gain of 13 yards. And a St. Louis 1st down.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
Ready?
And send a receiver left. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down here at the 16. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Throwing it on 2nd down. He locates Daniel Bellinger. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up. Working quickly here.
St. Louis 1st down.
1st down, play action. He rolls to his right. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 70, stand by look.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Ball and defender arrives at the exact same time there. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
Barring a surprise or a miracle here in the final seconds, Kate, looks like we're going to have a tie and a whole new ball game to begin the second half.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. Here's a return from the 7. And that is a crunching hit that ends our opening half. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These 2 teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Sims now on the return. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
First down and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Hey, we're dead even here through 2 quarters, and you know exactly what that means. That means both coaching staffs emphasized coming out strong here to begin the second half. Well, that return puts you in great position to do so, and maybe even take control of this game.
Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage is waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that is good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's going to throw it again. Lobs this up, left sideline, looking for something big. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And motion him out of the backfield left. Another throw here on second down. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
And a St. Louis first down.
Come on,
It's a gain of 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
A give to Allen out of the shotgun. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
18 Cardinal.
Pass play on first and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face second down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they're not going to get him an inch on this second down play. Good job containing that run right at the line.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Get it. Cougar 19.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack. That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now outruns their offense to take over. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence.
On the set.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a new set of downs. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let's go.
Running right, this is Carter. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. He'll throw it. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
From the gun on 3rd down. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. On now is the punt team for the Dreadnoughts.
In punt formation.
He has it at the 13. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Beginning this drive with a run by Allen. And it looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. On a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Throwing on 2nd. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs, and he's now reached it with that last catch.
A gain of 29 yards. And a St. Louis 1st down.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Design bootleg here. Connects with his back. Kimani Vidal. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Throwing off the play fake. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, you know that line, time is of the essence? It certainly is in the pocket. Not enough time there to let that play develop down the field. And the 2 were not able to reel it in.
Back to throw on 3rd down. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got 1 hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Their punter making his way out now. And as this hits and heads out, we wait for the mark, but it should be right on the 20. Now this offense ready to head back out. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Here we go, set.
Carter again. With the 2nd level at the 40. And he gets it forward all the way to the 44. A gain of 15 there. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's just a field goal game right now. Still a lot that can happen.
Ready?
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? He can only get back to the line. His defense all over this one.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Offense to the line. Second down.
Let's go.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Finds his man over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
3rd and 6.
To the air on 3rd and long. And he is down to the 30-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And that gives him a first down.
23 yards. That's good for Canton. First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for Savion.
Looking for Savion Williams that time. And it sets up second down.
At the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll fight ahead for a few. It's third down.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! The Dreadnoughts take a fourth-quarter lead. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing, and as you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. What a great play.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Extra point set right down the middle. The Dreadnoughts take a 4-point lead.
Score, Dreadnoughts 24, Blues 20.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now this offense getting set to work here. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Never, ever is an offense like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Punt team on the field. And he'll try to hit this one well. He's got this at the 27. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. This offense ready to get going again now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60.
Carter trying the left side. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Okay, ready?
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 44.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong. When I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got them equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Secures this at the 17. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. New set of downs for them from the 31.
Here we go. Ready?
Here's again to Vidal. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards or reset the downs. Looking to throw. Caught out left. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Fields this at the 19. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Their offense ready to take the field now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Get it. Go.
They'll start with a give to Davis. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Jump off, caught by his back. And they get it done. Stopped for a loss on 3rd down. That should get them the football back.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Another drive coming up for this offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Heads out on the bootleg. Finds him on the crossing route. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. He'll look to throw it. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in, too. It's a 29-yard gain. And they're going to have a first down now.
A gain of 29 yards. And the St. Louis first down.
A run with Vidal. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to.
Okay, break.
2nd and 3 now.
Ready. 6.
Setting up to pass. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And this is going to be hauled in for the touchdown. The Blues have taken the lead late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
Red Knots 24.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Has this at the 6. Showing a little burst so far. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. This offense getting all set for this series. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. They've got first down here from the 36.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. That is Caleb Ransom. And the Blues make the play that should win them this game.
Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Their offense running back out now. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Brock, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control of it. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating, and hopefully you can pull out that victory formation.
And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's second down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Okay, ready? Past the 60, past the 60.
Oh, look at this. They give on the jet sweep. He will have the first down there, and they can start to celebrate now. That's going to lock up this victory for them. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Here's a design run. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happens over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Blues as we say so long from Canton.